Hey everybody, Keith Best here. And in this video, I'm going to actually show you how to use the Magic Page location search. Okay, so you can get to the location search area by two methods. The first one is under the Magic Page menu, you can find an option for location search. You click on that, it will bring you to this page here. The other one is if you go to your settings, you'll see on your right hand side, you've got location search. You click on it and it brings you to the same page. Now, if you know how to write HTML or you know how to write CSS code, then basically feel free to build your own like sort of CSS code and build your own search box and things like that. But what we've done is we've actually give you some HTML that you can put in, and we've also give you some CSS what you can put in. So I'll do the CSS first, so that basically you can see it, and then I'll put the text box in. So first off, just copy the CSS code, and then what we need to do is go to Appearance, go to Customize, and open it up. Now, most themes will have an additional CSS section somewhere. If your theme hasn't, then basically I would get a different theme, but the majority of them will have somewhere. And all you do is you click on the additional CSS and then paste the code in. Like I say, if you know what you're doing with CSS, then obviously you can mess around with this, you can add other stuff in, then entirely up to you. If you don't know what you're doing, then W3 Schools is a good resource to find out what to do. But I'll just quickly go through and explain what some of these fields are. So obviously the first one's pretty self-explanatory, that's the width. Now the 100% means that it will be 100% the width of the container that you put it in. Padding, that is basically the amount of pixels, which is denoted by the px, that there is between the text and the sides of the button, the search field, sorry. The border, this is basically the border which goes around the edge. Now you can, if you don't want this, just set that, just delete it or just take that out and make it 0. But this is set to 6 pixels and it's a solid border and it's got a greyish sort of color. I'll show you how to change that. Like we build a text box. The border radius, that is basically what makes it look nice. That just gives it that edged shape. So it's like a lozenge shape instead of just a square. And obviously you can adjust these for the number of pixels to get the shape you want. And resize vertical means it will just resize top to bottom to make sure that your text will fit in. So that's the CSS. Once you put your CSS in, all you do is you press publish. The next thing you need to do is copy this. And you want to go to your home page, your static pages, your magic page, anywhere you want, and you want to put this in. So put it in, you've got to put it in an HTML box. So what we'll do, let's add a block. Let's add some columns. Let's do that. And let's add in there some custom HTML and drop that in. That's all we need to do. Just put that in there and do update. And then what we'll do, we'll preview it. As you can see, we've got the lozenge shape there, and but it doesn't do a lot. If we go back to here, and if I do something like and publish, what you'll find is that has now changed to red. Okay, so you can change that to there, to whatever you want. So the next thing we want to do, now that we've got the actual search input box there, we need to make it work. So to do that, we go back to the locations page. Now, if you know what the ID or the class is of the text field you've created, you can just put it straight in. Or another way to do it is to use a live picker. If you just do that, now we've put this on the home page. If you put it on some other page, then you would put the URL in there, click your load URL, but you can click load to home page. Now, as you can see, that straight away has highlighted the box because it's found that that's an input box. So it's highlighted, it wants us to enable it. We just click on enable, goes green, and then we click on save. And as you can see, it's put it in there as hash search field, which is the ID of the actual thing we put in. As you can see there, that's the ID of it there, search field. So that now will actually work. Because if I now do, no, it won't because I haven't saved it. It's got it in there, and then what we need to do is press save changes. Now it will actually work. So as you can see, it's come up with search in there. And then if we put in something like AR, it comes up with them. If we put something like BE, there's obviously nothing BE. Oh, yeah, there is Beaumont. BR, there's nothing for BR. AS. I can't remember what database I've got. Oh, down the bottom, aren't there? So if I do HO, we should get Home Gardens and Homeland. Then all you have to do is scroll down to them and click on Home Gardens. And basically it takes you to Home Gardens page. So that's how it works. Now let's look at some of the options you've got. Max results, pretty self-explanatory. That's how many results will show. You can either have 5, 10, 15, 20. So 5 is a default, but you can put that to as many or as few as you want. Post types, you can limit it to just magic pages, just post and pages, or any combination of the three. Just be aware that obviously if you've got magic pages and pages with the same location on, so if we had 2 coronas, if I had a magic page and I had a static page with corona on, then when I do that, I'm going to get corona, Norco, exact. I'm going to get it doubled up. So I either want to search for one, the other, or any combination of them. And that's where you set that there. Search delay, that's in milliseconds. That's just a number just to basically give them time to type something in so that then it will have a break before it actually shows it. Auto hide the search button. Now you don't need this with the code what we've given because there isn't a search button. However, if you use some of the standard search fields, they will have a button on the right hand side. Now the only way you can do this is you need to wrap that code in a form, and so basically it's form at the top, form end, and then you've got your button in the middle. To be honest, I would just stick with what we've got unless you actually know what you're doing, and then you can obviously auto hide the button. Minimum characters, that's how many characters, up to 5 characters before you start doing the search. Obviously defaults to 2. Default search text, this is what displays in the search box, so we could put find a local pest controller, and if I do save changes, if we go back to here, there's it, and refresh, as you can see, it now says find a local pest controller. So obviously you can change that to be whatever you want. That's just the same as the no results text, no results found, or whatever else you want to put it. Now the theme preset, these are various different things what you've got which will change the appearance of the button. There's a number of different ones. Some of them look very, very similar to what it already is. Some are slightly different, like sort of like mint chalk. If I pick mint chalk and do that and do a refresh, obviously the button doesn't change, but when I do, you've got that changing, and you've got like sort of the browny colors, the brown lines between them. If I change it to something like UI lightness. Now I haven't tried all of these, so I've got no idea what like color they're going to be. If I try that, now let's have a look. So I've just changed it to like a bit of an orange thing. So as you can see, you can play around with them to fit them in with your layout of your site. And then the rest is just the examples. So all you do is make sure you do save changes after you've put that search field in. If you don't, then it won't work. So that's how you do it on a site using Gutenberg. So how do we do it on a one using Elementor? Exactly the same. Let me just come out of this a second. So if we go to location search, and if I copy this and go to appearance, customize, traditional CSS. I've already got some CSS in there. I'll just get rid of that one and put that in. Just publish it. Okay, so that's got the CSS done. Then if I go back to here, copy that, and we'll put this on the magic page since I'm already in there. Do edit with Elementor. Now it's exactly the same as doing it with the other one. All you do is you find an HTML box, put it in, do somewhere, add your code, update. That's in. So we exit the dashboard. I need to copy that link. I need to go to, let's see where the location search is. So now I do add search field via live picker. Put my URL in and load it. That's come up. So it's told us that that's there. Enable it and save. And then save changes. Okay. And now, if I go to that, we've got a text box there. We've got search comes up, and if I type in Vanellis, it comes up with Pinecrest Villa. I'll put that in. It changes. If I put something like LA, it comes up with I have the lakes. And that's it, basically. That is how it works. Dead simple. Copy that into your CSS and copy that into the area where you want is HTML. Make sure you got that in. Click the save changes and it just works for you. Obviously, you need to have locations set up or search for. Hope that was useful. Catch you on the next video. Bye.